Imagine if every road in a country suddenly disappeared. Food couldn't be delivered, waste couldn't be collected, and people couldn't travel. Very quickly, everything would stop functioning. The human body faces a similar challenge. Trillions of cells need a constant supply of oxygen and nutrients. While waste products must be removed continuously, the circulatory system solves this problem by acting as the body's transportation network. The circulatory system consists of three main components: blood, blood vessels, and the heart. Together, they transport oxygen, nutrients, hormones, heat, and waste products throughout the body. Today, we will explore what blood is. Blood is a specialized connective tissue that circulates throughout the body. An average adult has approximately 5 liters of blood. Blood performs several vital functions, such as transporting oxygen, delivering nutrients, removing waste products, fighting infections, regulating body temperature, and carrying hormones. Blood consists of 4 major components. They are plasma, red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. Plasma is the liquid portion of blood and makes up about 55% of total blood volume. It is approximately 90% water. Plasma acts as the transport medium of blood. Without plasma, blood cells would not be able to move throughout the body. Plasma carries glucose, amino acids, vitamins, minerals, hormones, carbon dioxide, urea, and antibodies. Plasma also helps distribute heat around the body, helping maintain a stable internal temperature. Think of plasma as a river in which all blood cells travel. Red blood cells. Red blood cells, also known as erythrocytes, are the most numerous cells in body. A single drop of blood contains millions of red blood cells. Their primary function is transporting oxygen to the lungs to body tissues. Why are red blood cells red? Red blood cells contain a protein called hemoglobin. Hemoglobin contains iron atoms. When oxygen binds to hemoglobin, blood appears bright red. When oxygen is attached, blood appears darker red. This is why blood is red. Adaptations of red blood cells. Red blood cells are highly specialized. Biconcave shape. They are thinner in the middle and thicker around the edges. This increases surface area, allowing oxygen to diffuse more efficiently. Unlike most cells, mature red blood cells lack a nucleus. This creates more space for hemoglobin. Flexible membrane. Their flexible structure allows them to squeeze through tiny capillaries. Packed with hemoglobin. Hemoglobin molecules efficiently bind and transport oxygen. Life cycle. Red blood cells are produced in the bone marrow. They live for approximately 120 days before being broken down in the spleen and liver. Millions of new red blood cells are produced every second to replace old ones. White blood cells. White blood cells are body's defenders. Their main role is protecting the body against disease-causing microorganisms. Unlike red blood cells, white blood cells have a nucleus and are much fewer in number. There are 2 types of white blood cells. The first type is called phagocytes. Phagocytes destroy pathogens by surrounding and digesting them. This process is called phagocytosis. The second type is called lymphocytes. Lymphocytes produce antibodies. Antibodies are proteins that specifically recognize and help destroy pathogens. Thanks to white blood cells, the body can fight infections and develop immunity. Platelets. Platelets are tiny cell fragments found in blood. Their main function is blood clotting. Without platelets, even a small cut could lead to dangerous blood loss. When a blood vessel is damaged, Platelets gather at the injury site, clotting factors are released, fibrin threads form, and clot develops. This seals the wound and prevents further bleeding. Let's understand blood clotting or coagulation. It is the process that stops bleeding when a blood vessel is damaged. Platelets stick to the damaged area from a temporary plug. Clotting factors in the blood are activated in a chain reaction. One of these factors help convert fibrinogen into fibrin. Fibrin forms a mesh that traps blood cells, creating a stable blood clot. Now, factor 8 is an important clotting protein. If a person has too little factor 8 or it doesn't work properly, blood cannot clot normally. The disease is caused by a lack of factor 8. It's called hemophilia A. Symptoms of hemophilia A are prolonged bleeding after cuts or injuries, easy bruising, frequent nosebleeds, bleeding into joints and muscles, causing pain and swelling. Hemophilia A is usually an X-linked recessive genetic disorder, meaning it mainly affects males, while females are often carriers. For quick revision, just remember these keywords. For plasma, liquid portion, 90% water, transport, nutrients, hormones, carbon dioxide, urea, and heat distribution. For red blood cells, the keywords we should remember are hemoglobin, oxygen transport, carbon dioxide transport, biconcave, no nucleus, produced in bone marrow. Now let's move to white blood cells. Immunity, defense, pathogens, phagocytosis, antibodies, nucleus present. For platelets, we need to remember keywords: blood clotting, cell fragments, fibrin, wound repair, and prevent blood loss. Basically, red blood cells carries oxygen, white blood cells fights infection, platelets clot blood, and plasma transports. Review the keywords in shorter forms. For red blood cells, oxygen, hemoglobin, and biconcave. White blood cells, defense, pathogens, and antibodies. Platelets, clotting, fibrin, and wound repair. And plasma, transport, water, and nutrients. Now that we've learned what blood is made of, it's time to discover where it travels. In the next video, we'll dive into the heart and the circulatory system and see how everything works together. If you're enjoying these lessons, hit subscribe and stay tuned for the next part. See you there.